I need them to come back, bro. Do you know how sad I was when I saw the scene where they got... Why? Why would you do that? Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. I want to get straight to the point. So before I go into the whole point of this video, I have a few announcements to make. I have been streaming a couple of the indie games in the series on my channel, and those have been super fun. I'm going to continue those streams during this weekend, so if y'all don't miss that, make sure to leave the bell on and subscribe if you're new. And with that being said, leave a like and comment down your own predictions or theories for episode 3, as this is all my own personal thoughts. Let's shoot for 500 likes. If y'all hit that, we're going to do a double upload today, but let's get back to the video. And also clarify, although Moro and I know each other and our friends, I don't know what he's doing for episode 3. I don't think he's even started episode 3. Like, it's just came out, so like, you know, I don't know anything. So that being said, let's get into it. Now, the main point of this video is kind of just dissect the small things we may have missed in the episode outside of small cameos, because obviously there's some hidden Delts Room cameos with like the posters and the statue of Birdly. But that being aside, there are two main things that I feel like people may have noticed at this point that are pretty substantial information for what might happen in episode 3. Obviously, the biggest thing right now that I've noticed is that in the ending, or the close ending of the Indie Cross episode 2, Cuphead does not grab the sun from Nico's world. And although I'm sure things will turn out fine, that's a pretty big problem, because they kind of need the sun to save their dying world. But I'm sure they got it. On top of that, there's a few actual Easter eggs I noticed within the episode outside of the cameos. I'm not sure if it's intentional, but I believe I've seen people talk about this before. For every rogue's head, their head eye is based off a certain type of coding engine, whether it be like Unreal Engine or Godot or like Unity. Like I feel like that's a pretty, you can see it kind of aligns to that. And on top of that, the buildings in the world that episode 2 takes place in have similar color schemes to these characters as well, which I'm pretty sure is intentional, but I could be wrong. I think it's a pretty cool hidden detail if that is the case. And of course, we can't go on in this video without talking about the main post-credit scene, of course, because that's gonna be a big part of episode 3, I think. For those that have not seen it, and you've seen my thumbnail, I apologize for spoiling you, but basically Ultrakill is gonna have a cameo! Outside of Gabriel, of course, in the beginning, V1 is set to fight the remaining rogues in this area. And I think so many people don't even realize that in this part here that you see, V1 is holding the head of the Godot character, I believe that's the engine. That's interesting because that person's also their healer, so that's already a big problem just out the way. But we'll see how things go. On top of this, Moro has also mentioned that rogues are organic, which I think is very intentional because obviously, if you don't know, Ultrakill, blood is fuel for V1. So that'll definitely make things a lot more easier on even playing field. But I think that V1's got that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. That's it for main cameos and Easter eggs and of course hidden details. But I do want to talk about my theories for what might happen in episode 3. And although it probably hasn't started just yet, I still have some rough ideas of what I think might happen. So bear with me here. So naturally, I think a big thing that's going to happen is Sarlette's probably going to betray the main cast at some point. In the end of the episode, they're about to send Shovel Knight back to a world that's full of drones, which I'm pretty sure is not okay. And they didn't say anything about it before Unithor came in to cause that to not happen. So I'm a little bit skeptic about that. And although I feel like something is being built, I also feel like it's all just to help themselves. And then they're going to just turn against them all when the time strikes, which makes sense. But it still confuses me a little bit. I could be wrong though, and honestly, I want to be wrong because I like Charlotte, but we don't know how it's gonna go just yet because it's only episode 2. On top of that, a lot of people have theorized that potentially in episode 3, Sans and Bendy will return. I don't know how legitimate that really is just yet, though I do see it happening. I feel like the most likely characters to return in the series are Sans and Bendy, but I feel like it's more likely to be Bendy because currently there are no reoccurring characters from the same franchise outside of the small cameos, and of course all the FNAF characters. So I'm not sure if Moro would want to include more characters from pre-existing universes or include new characters for the story. But I think it's still safe to assume that Sans and Bendy will make a return at some point, if not in episode 3. Now when it comes to who I want to see appear in episode 3, I have a few wants, but a few predictions as well on who I think would actually logically show up for that. Just hear me out on this, because I have an idea of something that could happen, and it might happen, but we don't know, because obviously it's not out. What I really want to see, my most requested or wanted character to be in the Indie Cross series, is Hornet from Hollow Knight. But because they're a reoccurring character from a different franchise, I don't know what's going to happen. But if it did happen, here's how I think it would happen. Naturally, after episode 2 ends, they're all in a new world, wondering what just happened after they lose the night and they don't have the sun. They're in a bad spot. Maybe they're at the City of Tears or like, you know, Green Path or just an area in Hollow Knight that would be prominent to have Hornet show up. Hornet shows up to the crew And then Madeline explains what happened that night. Hornet knows the Knight, understands their goal and what they're trying to go for, and offers to help the main cast in whatever they're trying to do at the moment. Then something happens, you know, maybe Frisk shows up and is now cool because it's now Frisk and not Kara. We don't know. But that's my personal headcanon or most wanted event to happen in this episode, because I would love Hornet to come into it, but I understand if not. When it comes to new characters though, I think one that I'm pretty leaning towards wanting to happen the most, that's like a brand new franchise, would be Hades. Because Hades showed up for a brief moment with the sword by Chester, and so it might be a hint, we don't know, but I think that would be a really cool character to include, because I think Hades as a character would help a lot with the team, and be able to, you know, like kind of step in where the Behead is now no longer here. I do also wonder if the yellow rogue dies, then like the set just become ungolden. I don't know, but I think it'd be cool because, like, you know, V1's fighting them, and then the Knight and Beheaded help fight the big worm rogue. That'd be really cool, but we don't know yet. You know, I think Katana Zero would be cool. I think Terraria, like the guy or the player, would be cool. Minecraft would be a funny joke. Do not put fnaf in Indie Cross, as in the series. Keep that with the mod, Moral. I know you might be watching this. Hear me out. Don't do no cameos, because then people are going to come call the fnaf mod again, and we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm not really sure, like, who else I'd want. Oh! Risk of Rain 2 would be a cool cameo. Isaac would be cool. Spelunky would be cool. I don't know. There's a lot of good options. My personal main wants top 3. Hornet, Hades, Risk of Rain 2, / Isaac. They're like they tied for 3rd place. Moro, make it happen. My life is yours. I'm just saying. But in terms of an actual genuine theory on when I think episode 3 might happen, I still think that the V1 potentially killing the golden one and then the other ones becoming unfrozen to help fight the remaining rogues with V1 would be a cool thing to happen. I still think Charlotte will betray people. I still think Sands of Ending would happen at some point, if not in this episode. I think Frisk might turn a new leaf because they've changed their name in the episode for those that didn't see. I think that they'll figure out a way to go back and get the sun. There's still a couple questions that are not really answered though, like how will the nightmares fall into equation, like, you know, via the Shovel Knight teaser and the Devil teaser. How's Devil gonna work in this series? We don't know, but time will tell, and no matter what, I will be there. That's it for me, guys. I just want to have a little video to talk about stuff and discuss things. If you guys have any personal theories or ideas, let me know in the comments, because I love talking about this franchise and then getting the chance to play games that I love. So by all means, I want to say thank you for all the support as of late. It's been amazing and lovely. Again, I'm streaming the games during this weekend. I'm going to do more Celeste and probably Ultra Kill by this weekend. We'll have to see how things go. Maybe some Hollow Knight. We'll have to figure it out. But with that being said, have yourself a damn good one. Hope you had a great rest of your day. Make sure to drink water and stay hydrated. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace and love, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye! Oh yeah, I'm Penkaru. What is that outro?